Everyone is here. The drive has spun up. The stream has begun.
Are you gonna
Oh.
drive us crazy?
Ow. That's all we can do before copy strike. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Church of Chonkwij podcast. My name is DrNiggle. I'm joined tonight by Zero Burn. We're all out of order here. OmegaConstruct, Punlord, Masami, and Zero Burn, because you're supposed to be at the bottom, Zero, but you're the keeper of Wong.
Yes.
He's at top because he's streaming.
Yes.
Oh, also yes.
Also that.
Oh, I should. Oh no, Destiny to you. God no, ew.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Disgusting. Omega's got the
I
superior game.
can always go and play WoW.
Oh, God.
I was about to say, it could be WoW. It could be WoW.
I mean, I am so bored with WoW that I am back playing Destiny.
You need to get better games in your life, Zero. That's just what this means.
Like what?
Oh, that's what this podcast is about. So
Suikoden 1 and 2 has yet to get a release date, so
In the meantime, there is a free game that everybody could go and check out. An indie developer has made his game free after Warner unceremoniously just tells him they're retiring it from Steam and the PlayStation stores. This was posted by Omega, and Small Radios, Big Televisions is the name of the game. The creator, Owen Deary, says that Warner Bros. Has informed him that it's just done with him. It's fucking dropping him. You can't get it on Steam anymore. It's done. So he has put the full game up on his website. You can go download it for free. It's about 156 megabytes.
So I actually looked into it a bit deeper. What it is they are killing the entire Adult Swim video game publishing arm. And his game was published by Adult Swim. So other games on that label are also getting equally unceremoniously axed.
Big shout out
Wait,
to Andy Chalk,
you said
who authored this.
Warner's Andy. You said Warner Brothers is the one who's doing this?
Yes, Warner is the parent company that owns... Omega is right. The Adult Swim Games is the name of the studio, and Warner is the parent company.
It figures. They get rid of Rooster Teeth too, those bastards.
I mean, they're downsizing, and that's kind of happening across the games industry right now. There's been a lot of consolidation, which leads to a lot of downsizing.
Yeah, you brought up Rooster Teeth, but yes, that is another article that we have up here. So it's 21 years that Rooster Teeth has been a studio, and of course they started off with Red vs. Blue, and then they grew into a multi-pronged company, and Warner Bros. Is shuttering that studio. So this year will be the last season of Red vs. Blue.
Man, I remember when the first season of Red vs. Blue was out.
Caboose, throw that grenade. It's the worst throw ever. Sticks it to the wall in front of him. Such a great show. Sorry, Masami.
No, you're fine. I was just bemoaning how old I am. It's fine. It's fine.
Andy wrote this article too. Hi, Andy. And Kirby's in the chat. Hi, Kirby. Good night. Or good evening, Kirby.
Hey, Kirby.
So, yeah, Rooster Teeth goes... I watched a bunch of Red vs. Blue like the rest of you, but the other Rooster Teeth channel that I got into for a couple years was Funhouse, back when they were doing gimmick gameplays, and it was Bruce, Lawrence, Adam, and James. And then Bruce and Lawrence left, and Adam, it turns out, had been getting catfished, and a whole slew of his nudes got leaked online, and nothing was ever really the same. Though they tried. Let's see. So yeah, it's kind of sad. Rooster Teeth kind of came up with the I can't pronounce it.
Machinima.
Machinima.
I got you, dog.
And yeah, they sort of came out with that because the whole thing started because they Josh, I think, was one of the founders, and he was one of the original voices in Red vs. Blue, found out that he could glitch Halo to basically get characters like to do whatever that he wanted, and so this one glitch that allowed them to take characters out of the Halo storyline, or the way the game was meant to be played, allowed them to start doing these like little animation shorts, and that was the birth of Red vs. Blue. And 21 years later, here we are. So yeah, that's kind of sad. Warner Brothers is downsizing. Like most gaming we covered this last week. A lot of gaming companies are downsizing this year.
If we want to be mad at Warner for anything, it's that they are killing the games, like just removing them from Steam rather than transferring ownership. Because the developer of either the game this article is about or one of the other ones that I read and may not have posted, was saying that they asked straight up, "Hey, just transfer it." They're like, "Hey, on Steam, it says right here how you can do it. You can transfer ownership of the game, listing back to me. You know, this is the guy who made it," and the company refuses to do it. He will be allowed to relist it himself on Steam again afterwards, but for one thing, it's going to be an entirely new listing, so it's going to lose any wish lists, any watch lists, any favorites, any likes, any comments, any community. All that stuff is going to be gone. And furthermore, Warner has asked that they remove any of the names of the Adult Swim, like any references to Adult Swim or any of the people at Adult Swim who was in the credits, which now we're getting into the territory of like editing, like the reality of who worked, like that's like removing credit from people who worked on the game. So there is some certainly fucky stuff to be mad about with what they're doing.
Yeah. Also, because Kirby just brought this up in chat, this week, Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama did die at 68. And I've seen Dragon Ball memes and tributes and just brief snippets about Mr. Toriyama's life all over all the quote-unquote social media platforms that I frequent. Heavy quote-unquote, as 4chan is one of them. But yeah, he was an incredible...
Anti-social media?
Yeah, that's better. Fucking toxic cancer. Yeah, he was an incredible manga artist and spawned a lot of love and, you know, companionship to brotherhood, communal brotherhood. That's what I want to say. Fellowship across the internet, and bridged a lot of genres. There were a lot of people who were introduced to Dragon Ball in the 90s, and they were just like, oh, that's anime. So yeah, it was an incredible person, and he's already had a private family-only funeral. I saw a fucking clip from... There was some Chinese press conference given. It was an official government-related press conference with some lady talking about how Dragon Ball transcended all race and culture and everything, and he's equally loved for his works in China as he was for Japan. And I think somebody introduced that by saying China briefly pauses its extreme racism against Japan to pay tribute to Akira Toriyama. Yeah,
That's
very true.
sounds about right.
It's very true. But
The Chinese people are not racist, except for against the Uyghur Muslims and the Japanese
and the
and
Koreans
anybody and the Koreans and the Vietnamese and
And
anybody who's not them.
the Cambodians and the Laotians, and the Indonesians. Jesus Christ.
It's pretty much what we're saying is fuck Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, but it's not just that.
It's his country. He runs it. He could change it if he wanted to. No, he couldn't.
Yeah, well, oh my God, no! Oh, Winnie the Pooh would be in so much fucking trouble. He's in the same boat as Kim Jong Un. He shows weakness. He's gonna be dead. Oh, that's a whole culture. Anyway, a lot of Dragon Ball Z tributes being put up this past week. I've never watched Dragon Ball.
I watched it a little bit when I was younger.
Oh, one thing I can highly recommend is the Dragon Ball rap. I'll go onto YouTube. Anybody listening or any of us who haven't heard it yet, go onto YouTube and just the Dragon Ball rap. It's in Spanish, but it doesn't matter. It's a fucking tight song. Yeah, I said tight. I
Like a tiger.
Alright, well, Omega is playing Against the Storm, which is a smaller game from an indie studio that's been receiving updates, and it's really great. It's worth the money. We've talked about it before. It's kind of fantastic. And another of one of my favorite games posted an announcement this week. Frostpunk 2 is going to be released on July 25th. So you can pre-order if you want to. If you pre-order, then you'll get 10% off of the Digital Deluxe. And you'll be part, let's see, available for pre-order starting today and across a 7-day-long beta in April that consists of part of the game's sandbox mode, among other things. I'm not encouraging people to pre-order. I'm not going to pre-order myself. But if you want to get the Digital Deluxe Edition, close to, the week that it comes out or something, it does have the base game. It has that access to the beta. I don't know why you'd want to participate in the beta. Whatever. It has the 3 paid post DLCs that will come out. So I'm expecting this game to cost $40 when it comes out, and I am expecting those paid DLCs to be $10, probably the year after launch. And the Digital Deluxe will also include... Oh, you get to play the story mode 72 hours before the official release. Whatever. Warm Flesh digital novella, which is... apparently they're making a book, which is cool, and you get the digital art book and the soundtrack. The soundtrack for Frostpunk 1 was fucking banging, so that for me is enough to get the Digital Deluxe Edition. Apart from that... Oh, I take it back. It's going to be $45. $45 for this studio. 11-Bit Studios apparently knows the worth of their product. So, $45 for Frostpunk 2. But it's coming out on July 25th.
Yeah, I am generally not a fan of pre-ordering, but Frostpunk is an excellent game, and I feel confident that this would be a pre-order that would not be wasted.
And just to balance that out, I am not going to pre-order it at all because I don't pre-order on principle. Doesn't matter who does it or how good it is.
I'm not going to pre-order it either, but this is one where I wouldn't I wouldn't judge somebody for pre-ordering it as I would for perhaps other titles.
So 11-Bit Studios, a tiny Polish studio that made some waves. Now doing well. But, okay, so they have planned 3 paid DLCs. I want to know, I mean, I'll get to know, because I'll play the game when it comes out. I'll be into it. I know that there's going to be a different mechanic. It's going to be the oil mechanic this time around.
Oil.
Yeah.
That shit's mine. Sorry. The American in me got very, very excited when you said oil.
Oh my god, it's true. But yeah, they are. They're gonna have an oil mechanic because the last game your fuel source was coal. That's it. Period. Coal. So now you're going to have oil, and can't wait to see how they manage to throw that into the mix. I hope that they maintain the circular city builder aspect of it because that was kind of the charming, unique thing that the first Frostpunk had.
Looking at the little bit of gameplay that I saw on the Xbox showcase, it actually looked like they are keeping that circular city setup.
That'd be nice.
So
if they could add like 3-dimensionality to it, that would be orgasm country. So that's the thing that always gets me. Like I don't know I don't know of that many. I don't think and off the bat I can't think of any city builders that have like an expansive sprawl mechanic, like grid-based or circular-based, and a 3-dimensional aspect to them. So you're building layers on top of layers or basements within basements. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. I actually got talking to some kids on Steam that are into city builders as I am, and a couple of them I might ask them because they might know. But yeah.
You were talking to the kid. Did you walk up to them and say, "Hello, fellow kids"?
No. I know I did not pull
Did you
a Steve
Buscemi
Buscemi.
that shit?
I didn't pull the Steve Buscemi. Hello, fellow children. I am also a city builder. No, they saw my screenshots and they friended me.
Look at you branching out.
Couldn't leave it alone, he could.
Oh,
That's a 3-pointer.
that's so sad.
This
I'll have you know I have hundreds of likes on my screenshots in Steam. Literally hundreds. Whatever. Actually, let's see. Speaking of communities and things, Granny Does Games is doing good. Let's see. She's up to 215 subscribers. And she is still posting. Her video updates have slowed down because she posted in her Discord that she is on vacation with her, I presume her husband. And they're in Ireland and having a great time. So,
Good for
yeah.
them.
Not as
Good for
many updates, but still quality updates. She's still playing Fae Farm and Dinkum, and she asked me. She paid attention to me in her Discord. She asked me about city builders, and I told her about Roller Coaster Tycoon and SimCity 3000 Unlimited, and it was
Doc,
great.
we need to get her to play RimWorld.
Oh my god!
Oh
no.
Shit!
Oh no!
Holy fucking shit! Oh my!
We need that's been my goal from the moment I started watching her. I was like, okay, I need to get her to play RimWorld. Oh, this is something we should talk about. There's apparently a new DLC coming out for RimWorld.
Is there? Do you want to talk about it while I try to find an article?
Let's see. Tynan just released a tweet, cryptic, with a picture, and it says, "It will awaken." It's got a picture of a colonist holding a cube, a golden cube, and they've got some thing behind them with looks gross and tentacles. I don't know. Maybe some sort of eldritch vibe.
Oh no! It's a tentacle update. Somebody alert Kosin quickly.
Not yet. Masami, tell Kostin. There are tentacles in RimWorld.
Well,
yeah, it is. I have it pulled up 9 hours ago.
Yeah, so the person had there's some sort of eldritch horror, and this person is decked out in, all their colonist gear, but also, a golden cube and a book. So could that be a spell book and a focus? Are we getting a magic system to go with the psionics that they've already introduced?
Magic mods have been popular on the workshop for a long time. People have delved into the magic aspect of it, so yeah, maybe. Here's the other thing. What the fuck was the name of the show that I recommended to you, Omega? It's about the scientific crew that crash lands on a alien planet, and they have to survive. It's an animated series that came out.
Solar Opposites?
No, it's not a comedy. It is an extreme drama. It is a survival horror drama. But anyway, I recommended it. I'm wondering if it's like that kind of magic system where it's like, yes, it is magical, but it's rooted in, the RimWorld mechanics where, like, okay, you go and you find bizarre shit, and you mash it up into a powder, and you snort it, and then you spit onto, a rock, and the rock glows. Something like that.
Probably.
It does appear to be magic, but that's just because it's so weird.
Hawk's loogie on rock. Rock grows tentacles. That's magic.
I mean, yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. So yeah, I didn't know about that. 9 hours ago he posted this. So yeah, I did see on one of the, I think RimWorld got bundled with Medieval Dynasty or something like that, and that was an announcement on Steam, and people were just posting in the chat like, yeah, this is nice, but DLC when?
I have tweeted at. Does Konami not know who I am? I am Twitter famous because of Kevin Smith. They should pay attention to me. I have tweeted at Konami no less than 15 times about getting a release date for Suikoden, and I have gotten dozens of likes on my tweets.
Literally dozens.
Literally dozens.
Oh, they're coming. They're coming for you.
They're on their way.
But yeah, great. So we need to get Granny to play RimWorld. How are we gonna? First of all, you guys should join the Discord just so that we can, further this, so that we can start a conspiracy essentially to get her to play RimWorld. Yeah, why not? It starts off fairly innocuous, right? I mean, you're just three colonists. That's all.
We started off on Phoebe Base Builder, and let her commit war crimes in her own time.
Ready?
Might be a really difficult decision. I mean, we've captured this raider, but we don't have enough food to feed them. So do we release them, or do we turn them into hats, or do we eat them? You have options.
B and C.
I was going to say, couldn't you eat them and then use the skin for a nice hat?
Precisely.
Now you're talking.
See, Omega has taught me numerous things in my time of hanging out with you all, and that is to get the most use out of every activity that you do.
Multitask. If you can multitask farming in a video game, fucking do it.
You can chop people up and you can have people meat. You can have your psychopath chop people up and then put their meat into the hopper for the nutrient paste, and then everybody can eat the nutrient paste, and they don't care that it's made out of people meat.
Well,
I was going to say, soil it green.
One extra step to that. So they will be upset for eating a meal made from people, even if it is nutrient based. But what you then do is you take those human meat nutrient paste meals and put them back through the nutrient paste dispenser. You put them into the input, and then what comes out is nutrient paste meals made from nutrient paste meals.
Oh, that's how it is.
Effectively, you've laundered away the human meat.
That is great.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I did nutrient based. Holy shit.
That is like taking.
Nutrient paste is OP. It's a solid -2 to their mood for eating nutrient paste, but they never get sick. It is the most efficient way to feed a large colony. When you've got a colony of like 50 plus people, like 50 plus colonists, it's far easier to provide them as obscene amounts of joy and eat a -2 for eating a nutrient paste meal to never have to worry about food.
Oh.
Cooking meals is nice, but man, nutrient based dispensers are great. You occasionally, what you do is you buy nice meals and you forbid them from eating them, and you effectively use, you know what they are, Doc? They're drugs. When mood is low,
Okay.
you bust out the fine meals. You bust out the gourmet meals from the freezer. You treat them just like any of the other consumables in the game. That's a trick that I learned from one of the streamers that I watch who plays a lot of RimWorld. Is like, nice meals, like, don't just feed them nice meals for no reason. If mood is not a problem, feed them simple meals. You know, use nice meals as a mood boost when you need it. It's kind of an interesting way to think about those sort of mechanics.
There is a specific way that I like to play the game, but it is limited to certain biomes. I could not get by playing the game how I like playing the game on like tundra, permanent winter, or like ice sheets or anything like that. So yeah, once you get into the real hardcore biomes, you start squeezing.
My favorite run ever was the ice sheet.
Yeah, that one was that was something.
Did you see that run?
Yeah, I watched you play some of it, and then you showed me. Did you have a time lapse thing going on in there?
Yeah.
You showed me all the
I
pictures.
made a time lapse GIF.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome. That was a cool mod.
I have that one, but it just goes off every 15 days because I play. My current colony, I think, is like, I don't know, 15 years or something.
That has one of my favorite RimWorld moments ever. One of my like 4 colonists went on a mental break and started destroying things. And he started destroying our comms array, and I had one of the other people start repairing it as he was destroying it, and he was destroying it faster than they were repairing it, but they were like slowing him down a lot, and it got down so close, and he ended his mental break. I actually went and looked because I had it recorded. It was like less than a second, or it was less than a percentage of health left. It was like 0.6% health on the communications array when the mental break ended. He went to sleep, and the guy repaired it all the way back up. That was one of my favorite RimWorld moments ever. I'll find the video. I've got it somewhere.
I'm thinking this may have to be a game that I purchase.
I need to get back into RimWorld. That's a game. I need to buy the DLCs. I haven't actually bought any of the DLCs, and I haven't played because of that. So now this is the 4th DLC. So there's like $80 worth of DLCs to buy or something insane like that. And then instead of like having learned the mechanics each as they came out, I'm gonna have like 30 new mechanics to learn all at once.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Nah.
Yeah, RimWorld. I would love to watch you play RimWorld 0 because you would fail so hard when you started. I mean, that's how you don't know how it works. I didn't know how it works. I mean, hell, I started playing RimWorld in the alpha phase. I was actually one of the early bug testers on the game. So, I feel a certain little tiny bit of pride seeing it so successful nowadays. But even back then, when I started, when there were like 3 animals and 10 different mechanics in the entirety of the game, basically, it was so fucking chaos and dying all the time. Now with everything else that's going on, I couldn't imagine somebody. I mean, but at the same time, people are buying the game and starting from scratch all the time. You know, it's
Yeah.
all there. Just for me, I couldn't imagine trying to learn it all at once. It's like looking at Warframe. Imagine like being a new player in Warframe right now.
I don't know that I could go back to playing Warframe. I'll be
I,
100% honest with you. My brain might explode.
it's like sometimes there's just so many interwoven mechanics and layers to a game, and RoomWorld can be one of those games. But like I said, you start small and you build up a little colony, and it looks all nice and pretty, and then you get fucking wiped out, and you're like, oh no, I need guns. And then, the next time people come to attack, you fight them off. One of them gets downed, and you're like, "Oh, ho, ho, ho! You're not getting away so easy this time."
No, Pumpkin. We gonna play Memoirs of a Geisha tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
RoomWorld, you let the war crimes come naturally.
That's like a tagline. It should be a tagline. We're morals.
RimWorld,
The
where the war crimes come naturally. Oh, that's great, Masami. This is why you're the brains of our operation.
What? That's not a good idea. However, that is a brilliant title for the podcast. Like somewhere between daylight savings time sucks and let the war crimes come to you naturally. See, I'm already thinking about it, Doc.
I appreciate you. So, but yeah, Masami, you'll enjoy this. NASA has made its own tabletop RPG for all of us to
I
play.
saw that.
I kind of want to play it, guys. I think we need to play it.
So yeah, it's called The Lost Universe, and it offers a free deep space adventure that can be adapted to your favorite tabletop RPG system. And yeah, there is an educational element lurking in there. They, quote, take on a classic villain while also using and learning science skills as you overcome challenging and embark on an exciting quest to unlock more knowledge about our universe. So I am generally a fan of anything that tricks you into learning, especially science. So yeah, this I wouldn't be opposed to at least taking a look at this. It's free to download. Well, let's see. The gameplay instructional booklet is currently available for free to download. There's a link here, plus a Tolkien-esque map, and it's for 4 to 7 level 7 to 10 characters, and is touted as being compatible with whichever game system you prefer for gathering parties and venturing forth. So there you go.
AKA D&D.
D&D. Yeah.
Basically,
Maybe
they wrote
Pathfinder.
a D&D module.
Yeah.
Yep.
They wrote a D&D module. Or any
yes.
game, any D20 fantasy game with approximately equivalent power levels and enough mechanical overlap that you can copy and paste.
Pretty
So-
much.
Can I just say, if we decide to play this and you decide to make it in or put it in the Pathfinder system, I will cry. I will get under my desk and sit in the corner and fucking weep.
Tell us more about your relationship with Pathfinder.
Oh God, oh God. I have a love-hate relationship with Pathfinder. I love playing the game after it's started. Leveling is just, especially 2E, is just daunting.
Whatever happened to the Diablo 4 RPG, like TTRPG?
Isn't it still in development?
I believe it, yeah. I think.
It's coming soon, TM.
I mean, if they're not, if they're doing their own system, it's going to take them longer. Versus if they were to just, use the D&D SRD license.
The last anybody's talked about it online seems to be November.
Hmm.
That's kind of when all the news was happening about it.
It's not just an instructional booklet and a map of Aldestron that you can download. They also have the Lost Universe poster. Guys, they made a poster.
Nice. Nice.
Download
who's
it,
gonna
print
who's
it
gonna
out,
GM it?
put it on your wall.
Doc, you wanna finally take the GM reins on this one?
If I ever GM a game, it's going to be a campaign of my own construction, and it's going to be absolute lunacy.
I am
That's
ready. My body is so ready for that. After seeing the chaos that Barry could cause in a structured world.
I'm not sure I'd call that structured, but yeah.
I mean,
Masami did her damn best.
Within the confines of a pre-built campaign that was.
That's more fair.
Yes.
That's more fair, because I kind of pulled a lot of structure out.
You did,
and
it was great,
yes,
and you made it fun.
And then yes, anded everything else.
Yeah, but that's what D&D is. D&D is a long series of yes and.
That's what I've learned.
Yeah.
The 2 games that I played. I was like, yes, you're supposed. You start off with whatever module that you have, and then you do your damnedest to have a good time with it. And if that means, letting some ridiculous shit fly, then yeah, all right, as long as nothing gets broke.
That's why like a true sandbox game can be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, it's called The Lost Universe. It's it's fucking free online. God bless NASA. Keep doing stuff like this, NASA. Become more popular. You deserve more money. They just landed something on the moon on a shoestring budget. That was fucking impressive. Alright, gosh, I'm gassy. I didn't say nothing about me farting.
Hello, Gassy. I'm Masami.
Aww.
Acceptable.
You can't just leave that out there. Occasionally, I will bite.
If nobody's seen the video, I'll post it in Chonkwij, but has anyone seen the video making its way on social media of the guy who's doing a Twitch stream of a horror game, and he like sneaks up onto this monster, and he's being all quiet, and he's just like, they're blind! Because he's like in front of it, and he's shining the flashlight on it, but he's being super quiet. He's like, you can't see me, they're blind. And then his Twitch notification goes off, and his Twitch notification is a loud fart. He fucking freaks out. His weapon goes off and he starts screaming. I've watched it 24 times and it's still funny. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll post that. It's probably on my phone. Alright, so yeah, Masami, if you're interested in that, there's another one. There's another campaign that you could be running. Cyberpunk Barry could return.
Oh god. Heaven help the cosmos.
That's what I want everybody to think about before they ever ask me to play D&D or anything D&D related ever again. It means Barry's coming back. Alright, if that doesn't stop you dead in your tracks, then I don't know what will.
We should just start Barry over at level 1.
Sure. Yeah, I can do that. The way I built his dice cloud is very flexible.
There's no other character you would be interested in playing?
Why? He's perfect. I created an entourage around Barry. See, Barry knew all these people, like, outside of the campaign, and those people actually became real characters to me as well, and I built them dice cloud sheets. So, yeah, no, I could play Talford, or I could play Gaz, or Rona. I could play one of those. They're all good characters. They all have something fun about them. Like, Gaz is Gaz is perpetually on drugs. He's a great little gnome. He's constantly high or something.
A gnome that is consistently high. Yeah, no, that tracks.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. He's great. I used the whatever Chat GPT based dungeon adventure page that Lena shared a long time ago to do a whole bunch of side stories just to flesh Gaz out a little bit, and I thoroughly confused that thing with just actually. That's not true. I didn't thoroughly confuse it. We took turns confusing each other because they were all drug-inspired adventures, and the AI was really fucking good at coming up with bizarre shit that made no sense. And so was I. So we traded off, and some excellent stories came out of that one. But anyway.
Why am I not surprised that Doc is the one who has found a way to confuse AI?
Oh yeah, no, that's easy.
It means he's going to be the one that survives the AI apocalypse.
I was gonna say, I know it's not gonna be me because I for one welcome our robot overlords.
Yes, we're aware, Zero.
So do I.
Look,
the AI can trust me because everything that the AI can trust me to lie to humans because everything that I say is a lie. And just watch that break the AI.
It's the moment it doesn't, that's when you need to worry.
Yeah, that episode of Star Trek when somebody tries that on Data, and Data is just like, I have multiple paradox insulating somethings in my positronic neural network. It's like, okay, paradoxes don't work on Data. Noted. Oh, also, Robot Santa on Futurama.
Ah.
Oh, that was, yeah. Okay, so fine. Masami, you enjoyed that one. Zero, you'll enjoy this one. PlayStation is offering full refunds for the first AAA game since Cyberpunk 2077. You'll note that when Cyberpunk came out, it was kind of a clusterfuck on PlayStation. It did not work. People were having real problems with it. Right. So that was the first time that PlayStation offered a full refund for a AAA game on the PSN. That is now happening again. Zero, would you like to guess which game?
I know which game because I think I posted this article. It's Kill the Justice League.
It is.
Was it me that posted that, or was it you, Omega, that posted that?
Pretty sure I did.
Okay. I can't remember.
So,
I remember seeing that article at some point.
So, at the time of writing, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has less than 220 concurrent players on Steam, which must be deemed a failure for Rocksteady and Warner Bros. I did whenever this article was posted, I did go and take a look at the Steam charts, and granted it was like 1:30 in the morning, but there were about 100 people playing, and the player base had shrunk like minus 46% in the past week, and before that it was another minus 47% or some such. Yeah, the decline has been just enormous. And Steam reviews reiterate this. The community is just generally displeased by two things. One, the story and how they treated the characters, or two, the fact that the gameplay is just not anything special, and at times the mechanics are nonsensical or annoying. So it was poorly constructed, poorly written, and that just apparently has led to the downfall of the game.
Are any of you planning on playing the game?
No.
Absolutely
I would hope not.
No, it's not. It's not my thing anyway. I mean, the Batman Arkham games were good, but I'm kind of done with that. They did it well. I'm satisfied.
They did do it well, and the way that they killed off the quote unquote love note for Kevin Conroy was kind of a slap in the fucking face. It was awful.
They just shot Batman, right, and he was dead.
Yeah.
That's not.
That's it. That's all they did.
That's not great.
No, that's not a good way to send off a man who, for decades, was Batman.
Yeah. So, anyway, it seems like, this game was definitely targeted towards DC fans, and DC fans have said, no, you did this badly. So there you go. Unusual, though, for Sony to be offering full refunds on a AAA game. This is... I wonder if we're going to see this more and more now that it's been pretty much cemented in the past 3-4 years that AAA studios are just done giving a shit. They're not building games for gamers anymore, they're building games for their stockholders, period. We can go fuck ourselves. As long as we keep on giving them money from pre-orders, then they don't give a shit. They have no reason to change.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I will definitely say that my buddy Merc played the game all the way through and played the whole story through, and I watched the little story bits that when he was playing it, and he was like, "Oh, I give the story and the game a solid 8 out of 10." I was like, "How, dude? The story is fucking awful." Like,
because, and I'm really trying to keep this on track. A lot of the people who pick up this game and play it are not going to know. They're not going to know that. They're not going to have been paying attention to the game. They're not going to be invested in the property in that way. And so they might think it's really good if it wasn't for the gameplay being just, blah.
Well, he also said that he doesn't understand how the Batman Arkham series was labeled to be as good as it was. And I was like, huh? Those are probably 3 of the greatest games of all time.
Well, I mean, I definitely enjoyed them. One of the major aspects that I enjoyed in that game was that Batman was a detective. He was a smart guy. He used tools to find clues, to solve mysteries, to further the plot. That's who Batman is. He's got gadgets. He uses gadgets to figure shit out. But
Go Gadget Batman?
yes. Precisely. Whatever, I like Detective Batman.
I mean, the fact that the game made you search out things in the game to further the story definitely lent to those games being good.
Oh, there was also an expansive story in all 3 of the Batman games. Yeah, that was unlocked with the collectibles.
Yeah.
That is true. That is so. Yeah, a lot of detail was put into those games. And I have no idea how accurate the storyline in those games lines up to the storyline outside in animated media, but the story in there when I was playing them was good.
It is very accurate, let me just say that. As a Batman fan, a longtime Batman fan, the story lined up very well.
Also, the fighting mechanics in that game were really something. I remember thinking that it was very, very similar to the first Assassin's Creed game, because first AC was the first time that I came head-to-head with that combat system where you could, right before someone lands a stroke on you, you get that brief slow motion second, and that's your last second for you to hit that button that is going to block or parry or something like that, and then you can counter and all the rest of that. So those mechanics I recognized in the Batman game, and then they took that further with combo counters, where you could just get more and more ridiculous shit happening the more consecutive hits that you landed and blocked.
Right.
So that was entertaining.
Yeah, I have played all 3 games. I have 100%ed the first one. The second one was just fuck all big. So I think the most I've gotten is 75% in that game. And then Origins I've 100%ed, and Arkham Knight I've gotten to 65 or 66, 65 or 66%.
Was the second one Arkham City?
Yes, it was okay. Arkham
Asylum.
Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Origins and then or no, sorry, Arkham Knight, then Origins. Because Origins came out after Arkham Knight.
You would be proud of me. I have the DVDs of the first 3 games on my shelf. That's how long ago I played them. They came on DVD. Oh, physical media. How delightful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bunch of people have looked at me and said, "Oh, the Spider-Man video game combat system is so great." And I said, "And you can thank the Batman Arkham Knight or Arkham series for that. That free flow combat system was really pioneered by those games."
yeah, that is what they called it. The first game even had like an arena where you could go, a separate part of the game where you could just go in through the main menu and you could see how many waves you could do. And I think if you did like 100 combo or something like that, something crazy, if you could get 100 combo going, you unlocked a suit, and it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Okay, so yeah, talking about physical media, it made me think of my SimCity CD collection. SimCity 3000 Unlimited is currently $2 on Steam. It's a fucking $2. It's a fucking brilliant game. I described it to Granny Does Games as the 101 class on city builders. So, if anybody has ever been curious about SimCity 3000 Unlimited, $2 on Steam. Well worth it. It's an older game,
Daru.
but it checks out.
Tell you what, I love the fact that you told her about Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, and Parkitect. I said Parkitect
Yeah.
is basically the modern version of it. They're virtually the same game now that I have experience with Parkitect. Yeah, they're virtually the same game. It's just updated graphics and a little cozier.
Yeah, I think the thing that gets me is I cannot stream the Roller Coaster Tycoon games.
Yeah,
For some reason, OBS will not pick it up.
it's the fucking whatever built-in emulator that they used to be able to play that game on modern systems. Yeah, it does not play friendly with OBS. Or Discord for that matter.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what's up with that. And we both have a Steam version, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's nuts. This is how old Roller Coaster Tycoon is and how long I've been playing it. I have a 160 megabyte install file that Omega gave to me in college.
Damn.
That's how big the game is, and you can it doesn't give a shit where you install it or who has it. You just open that up and install it on your computer and you're good to go. That is fucking old school, man. And it still turns a profit. People like me still buy it on Steam. And have physical media of it.
It's like one of the classic excellent games.
It's one of the founding Tycoon series. It's one of the best. Other one I tried to get into was Railroad Tycoon back in like 1998, but that was not the same. That was not as joyous. Okay, just briefly speaking about joyous games, New Blood boss wanted Dusk to be as moddable as Doom as Skyrim. Quote, "If there's not anime big titty waifus in Dusk by the time we're done with the SDK, then we haven't done it right."
You know.
This is this game called Dusk.
I just threw this in there because, like, I just want to applaud those developers' attitude.
Absolutely, yeah. Designing your game to be more moddable.
Like, welcoming the community.
So this actually started off as Before Dusk getting an HD remake, and it ballooned into a, quote, full overhaul of the game's graphics, and it was meant to be a companion piece to an oft-requested feature of the beloved 2018 boomer shooter, a full software development kit for modders to run wild with it alongside Steam Workshop support for these mods. So Yeah, New Blood was like, okay, you want an SDK? We'll give you an SDK alongside this HD remake. And this is, yeah, that's great. That's a great way to approach your community. I mean, like, we know you're very creative. We know you're going to put really fucked up shit in this game. We want to see it what it is. Good times.
Yeah, it's some of the best kind of player engagement you could hope for, right?
Hey, we're talking about it. We're the most important podcast on Twitch.
We are.
Suck it, Eric. Yeah. But kidding aside, this is real nice. I have never played Before Dusk, and I don't know anybody who has. It is obviously a horror game. Probably,
I don't. Nope.
There's probably a bunch of Let's Players who have done runs of it on YouTube. That's a good place to start. That might be fun. Now I'm just curious to see what the modding community makes of it with the SDK. Because I would play this if there were big titty anime waifus in this game coming after me and just being like, "Oh, Doxan, we need to smother you with our thighs and milk your prostate until you're a whimpering, quivering mass." You're like, no, stop it, no, don't. More. Oh man. Alright, yeah, so there's that. Oh, and then there's the tech news. So we already went over how the creator of Dragon Ball died this week, but another thing that was announced is going to be the retirement of the GeForce GTX series of cards. NVIDIA is done making GTX cards. They're no longer in production. I think the 1060... Yeah, the GTX 1060 is the most popular card on Steam, the GTX 1080 being the most loved and enduring flagship cards. They're all done. We're all done. Yeah, the 60 series is stuck around for a long time. The GTX 1660 Super is still widely available, but yeah, NVIDIA is trying to push entirely onto the RTX line. So there you go. That's too bad. But onward and upward. It doesn't matter. My next build is going to be AMD. Ha!
Aha!
Take that, NVIDIA.
Suck it, nerds.
There's only one article left. Yeah, it's this article. Okay, so Apple Plus has announced that they're gonna have a new show coming out, and it's gonna be based on the novel Neuromancer. Has anybody read Neuromancer?
No.
Okay. Has everybody seen The Matrix?
Yes.
You've read Neuromancer.
I have. Oh, okay. Oh, hey. Awesome.
When The Matrix came out and the Wachowski brothers were in the spotlight, Matrix was heralded as being a defining moment in sci-fi, especially in popular media, just because it created a visual style that was mimicked for decades. In some cases, still is mimicked. And it had a story that was fresh and original, and nobody had heard of anything like it before. But the reality is that The Matrix is almost a one-for-one copy of the 1984 novel Neuromancer. So, Apple is apparently going to write a screenplay for this to adapt. William Gibson, I think, is the owner.
Correct.
Yeah, William Gibson.
William Gibson.
They're going to adapt.
There's many a disagreement with the Shadowrun RPG writers and company.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A little too much copying going on?
Yes, very, very inspired. That has been a thing for a very long time. Like, he tried to sue them for it in the beginning, and then it just didn't go anywhere. Little little TTRPG back history for you.
Interesting. I did not know that. So yeah, it looks like Apple TV is gonna try to make this into a 10-episode drama, and it's gonna be adapted by Graham Rowland, who did Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, which is not great, and J.D. Dillard, who did Devotion, which is also not great. So, whatever. This is happening. This article also quotes Hugh Howey's Silo, which was another show that came out. I'm not sure if anybody watched Silo, but I thought that as far as the sci-fi, I'm always glad to see new sci-fi shows come out, even if they're bad. At least we're making sci-fi. And Silo was pretty good. I enjoyed. Rebecca Ferguson, I believe, was the main character there, and obviously Asimov's Foundation, which is Season 1 is absolutely fantastic. Season 2 I had qualms with. But again, at least we're making sci-fi. So yeah, that's all. That's all. And there we go. 1 hour and 1 minute. We finished all our articles. Now we can sit back and make fart noises.
You've been talking this entire time, Doc.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, yes.
Oh.
Yes, I am. That's the name of this room, isn't it? Fart noise. Yeah, it's the name of the category of these talk rooms. Yeah, fart noises.
So fitting.
It is. What would you like to talk about, Masami?
It's going to be 70 degrees here tomorrow, so I'm happy about that, and both disturbed at the same time.
70 degrees in March in South Dakota.
Correct.
It's supposed to get warmer here too, actually. It's been raining a lot, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but the ground is still kind of frozen, so the water doesn't have many places to go. Sucks to be people who don't live on a hill like me.
It's pooling.
It's pooling. That's for the poor people to worry about. Oh, man. And I'm still playing Project High Rise, which is still a pretty fun game. I'm still enjoying it. The problem with it is, honestly, that the game, it starts off and you've got like a little boost to speed, and so you get some stuff done, and then you get to a point where you are waiting. You're just waiting for days to go by and income to come in so that you can start expanding, and that part of it is a real slog. You gotta get over that hump, and then you can start building. Apart from that, it's pretty fun. For like a $10 game, it's pretty fun. And Omega, how many seals have you done?
Last night actually I broke the gold, or I saved the gold seal.
You sealed the gold seal.
Yes. Preserve the gold seal.
So now the giant eyeball can't get out and stare at you while you're on the toilet.
This is the first run of the next cycle.
Oh, yeah. There's a ton.
Okay.
There's a ton to do in this game. I looked at all the achievements. I was like, wow, that's a lot of playthroughs.
Yeah, there are a ton for that game. I will say, I'm looking at RimWorld currently, and $34.99 for the game. biotech, royalty, and ideology are 65 bucks total for everything
65 Daru.
for the 3 expansions. And then if I want to get the game in-name game or name in-game access, it's $49.99.
What would your name in game be?
No idea. Balls.
Bulls.
Apparently, they're pretty tight about what names you pick. They have to be approved.
Yeah, surprisingly few number of Haywoods you blow me in the game. So your first name would be Haywood.
Ah.
Your last name would be Jablomi. Funny joke.
Doc, did not get you the game Timberborn?
No, you got me.
No, I got you the Japanese one.
Yeah, Chinese.
Chinese.
Immortal Emperor is the name of the game.
Yes.
Yes. I sat on it for a little while because they were still doing English translations, but I think they're all done with it now, and I need to boot that one up because it did look like a lot. Economic grid city builder looked like a good time. You did. Timberborn is one that I eyed. The only thing that's holding me back is the graphics, because it is, it's a little blocky, little Roblox-X.
Your little beaver people can build little robotic beaver people. It's adorable.
I know, all the mechanics of it seem pretty badass, honestly. I really like because obviously they're beavers. You have, control over the flow of water. You can terraform just naturally, and then you can build up all the stuff that you want to. It looks like a great game.
I've also thought about getting House Flipper.
You should.
That just sounds like a whole new addiction for you to explore.
Yeah, well, let's see here. Wasn't Power Wash Simulator recently on sale?
I love how there are all these simulator games, and I noticed one earlier that was it was like Scrapyard Simulator, where people were just dumping off old vehicles and boats and crap, and you were taking them apart for scrap and sorting everything. I love how there are all these simulator games out there for jobs that exist in the real world, but nobody actually wants to do the job. They just want to play a game where that job is the point.
Well, Lawnmower Simulator. I don't actually want to mow grass. Are you kidding me?
Lawnmower Simulator. Yeah, I get to do that 6 months of the year.
So I'm looking at the Steam page for the Power Wash Simulator. Not only do they have the Warhammer specialty pack, they've got a Back to the Future special pack. And you can power wash the DeLorean, the clock tower. You can go into the future and power wash the Holomax Theater that was showing Jaws 48.
I'm cool with that.
They have a Midgar pack too. For Final Fantasy VII. Yep. Huh.
Yeah, the Warhammer crossover was great.
Oh yeah, the Warhammer
great.
crossover looks amazing.
It is
great.
it
is the sole reason why I would buy this game. because your little power washer dude is actually in armor.
How long do you think it would take for a single dude to power wash a Titan?
You know what? Maybe next week on podcast we'll find out.
Oh my god, this is only like an hour or something? No, you need 6 months to a year. Man. And then I'm assuming that you're power washing like Terran gear. Because orcs don't give a shit how dirty anything is. They just believe that it's clean, and it is.
Let's see here. You get to
Be the towel.
command the ruthless technology to sterilize a range of Imperial vehicles and machines. The Ultramarines Land Raider, the Dark Angels Deathwing Redemptor Dreadnought.
Nice.
The Astra Militarium Rogel Dorn tank, the House Hawk Shroud Imperial Knight, and the Blood Angels Thunderhawk.
Man, Thunderhawks, man. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Let's see here. In the Back to the Future pack, you get to do Doc Brown's van, the Time Machine, the Hill Valley Clock Tower, the Holomax Theater, and Doc's Time Train from the third movie.
Wow.
That's awesome. Let's see here. What else? They have a SpongeBob SquarePants pack. We won't look at that one.
Alright, sorry about that. Oh, Masami left?
She came back. Is she here?
She just, yeah, I just noticed her. When I sat down, I noticed her cut up.
Oh, okay. I think she said she had to restart a minute ago.
Oh, okay.
But the Midgar pack does it tell you? The Hardy Daytona and Shinra Hauler, the Scorpion Sentinel, the Seventh Heaven bar, the Airbuster, and a Mako Energy exhibit. It's great. I almost want to purchase that game.
Oh, boy. Alright.
Wait, there's a game called Wizard with a Gun.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Oh, fuck yeah.
What in the hell? It's a roguelike. That's great. So, quick little update on my rise to TikTok fame.
Yeah.
I am now over 10,000 followers in. I can start making money if I choose to.
That's really great. Yeah, monetize that channel, and then I look forward to our royalty checks.
And I can I have officially pissed off the Helldivers community because I said their game sucks and should be erased from existence.
Attaboy.
Because
Stir up controversy. That's how you get famous.
Their community is it is one thing. Like I've been in the Destiny community for going on the better part of a decade now. I know what toxic communities are all about. And I have never been in a toxic community, seen a toxic community like the Helldivers community in my life. Like I have watched people get kicked out of groups for not having the right weapons or call-outs in the game, or what they call stratagems.
I'm gonna say the most. Hey, welcome back, Masami.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
The most Helldivers activity that I've seen has probably been on 9gag. It's not there's not as much of it on Fortune. There's definitely a lot on the Fortunes. But yeah, usually, yeah, that kind of attention from those kind of communities, it does not surprise me, I should say, that the player base might be a little toxic. Might be a little bit.
I mean, when you've got the Destiny community uniting and saying that your community is toxic, you've done something wrong. Like, the Destiny community is probably, like I said, one of the most toxic outside of Call of Duty, which we all know how Call of Duty is. It's just awful.
Omega and I have mutual friends that were big into COD. Oh, no, sorry. No, yeah, COD. Specifically Black Ops. Yeah.
Who was that?
Rod.
Oh, I didn't know.
Rod likes to tout how he was one of the best COD players in maybe the United States, maybe the world, based on his rank and his KDR.
He wasn't.
I've no doubt. That's like me saying that I was one of the best Stepmania players in the world. Like, no. I was good in the communities that I was in. That's it. That's as far as it went.
Farming simulator. That's what I should buy.
Oh my god, no, don't. It's the same fucking thing as FIFA. They put one out every year.
Well, that's why I just buy this one and then never buy another one again.
Yeah, but if you don't get Farming Simulator 2025, then you're a pussy. Don't you want the new color tractor? You need the new color tractor. It's red. It goes faster.
Okay, first of all, red does not make tractors go faster.
How dare you?
Green makes tractors go faster.
That's
red makes cars go faster.
That is anti-orc propaganda.
Hey, nothing runs like a deer. John Deeres are green. They are not red.
Which tractor? Is there a
Ford
tractor?
tractors come in blue.
Huh?
Yeah.
I said Ford tractors come in blue.
It's true, but we all know what they say about Fords.
What?
What do they say, Zero?
Found on roadside dead. Fixed or repaired daily.
Oh, I haven't heard that before. That's clever.
That was such a good insult. Doc turned French.
Oh, I still need to see Napoleon. Leetness saw Napoleon. I want to see it too. Somebody makes tractors that are red. I have this in my mind. I can't remember the brand yet. It's probably Toro.
It is. Actually, it is. You are correct, sir.
Man, they make a hell of a lawnmower.
So does Husqvarna. They're orange.
Well, Stahl is my favorite orange brand.
Steel.
Stahl. They're German. You silly Americans with your pronunciations. Do you not know that the Germans... No, yeah, this goes downhill into the post show.
I was about to say, I think we're there already.
Yeah, we'll talk more about we'll be playing a selection of Doc's favorite German music, and we'll be speaking in German accents during the post show. It'll be great. Streaming anywhere but Twitch. Alright.
We never streamed the post show. The one time we did, it was a whole thing.
Man.
Yeah. They kicked us off Pornhub and everything. It was awful.
You remember when we got Chris Rock and Dwayne Johnson? We got The Rock and Chris Rock and Kid Rock all together, and we had 3 rocks. Man.
Oh. That was the most rock. It was the most rockin' podcast we've ever had.
There it is.
Acceptable.
Yeah,
Bitches
we were
don't know.
just rocking and rolling the whole time.
All right, fine. I'll give it to you.
That's a 3-pointer.
It's a good place to leave it. Thank you, everybody, for coming along. Thank you, everybody in Twitch chat. Thanks, Kirby. Good night, Kirby. And, what's the list? Fuck Putin. Fuck Winnie the Pooh. Fuck Elon. Fuck Nestle. Fuck Linus Tech Tips. And fuck Vince. Almost said Vance. Vance McMahon.
Vance Yep. Yep.
All right. See you next time. Same place, same spot. Penis Beatus.